Now, moving on to the fixture design, as we've already discussed, it should follow the CLRO principles. In fixture design, arresting the 6 degrees of freedom is critical for properly securing and positioning a component during machining. Let me break it down for clarity. First, when you begin by locating the component, you arrest 2 degrees of freedom. By positioning the component, you prevent movement along the z-axis, both translation and rotation, meaning the component cannot move up or down, nor can it rotate around the z-axis. This locks its position vertically. Next, we handle orientation. When you place the component, it might try to shift or rotate, which is why you need to control its orientation. At this point, you arrest additional degrees of freedom, specifically movement along the y-axis and rotation around the x-axis. This ensures that the component cannot move left or right, nor can it rotate around the x-axis. By now, you have arrested 5 degrees of freedom. Finally, the clamping comes into play. When you use the C-washer to clamp the component, you arrest the final degree of freedom, preventing any movement along the x-axis. At this point, the component is fully constrained with all 6 degrees of freedom arrested, that is, translation and rotation along and around the x, y, and z axes. This setup ensures that the component is securely held in place and won't move during the machining process. The C-washer provides the final clamping, locking the component in place completely. Resting isn't necessary in this case because the component is smaller.